Okay, very good morning, all. Am I visible? Audio is clear. Okay, so let's start. Today, in fact, we'll be covering the East Indian cuisine, which is there, the eastern part of India, we'll be covering. And we'd be starting with Bengali cuisine today. A short introduction. Let's see if we'd be able to complete because there are a lot many things. The Bengali cuisine is very descriptive, and there are many things to be discussed in Bengali cuisine. So let's see. So, when we say east of India, it's the cuisine which are there is of course your Bengali cuisine. Then you have Odisha, which is there. Then you have another thing would be the cuisine of your seven states, which are Sikkim, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, Tripura, and Odisha. So the seven sisters would of course be there. And if we talk about sort of the influence, and if we talk about the influence on Bengali cuisine, then of course it's been influenced by the majority of food which is there from the eastern states. So that is there. So this is if now the state what we have is being called West Bengal. The reason behind calling it a West Bengal is because if some of you know the history, Bengal was the modern or sort of part which we say the Bangladesh was a part of India before 65. After the war of 65, which happened, then the partition happened between the Pakistan and Bengal. Otherwise, India was partitioned in 1947 as Pakistan, East Pakistan and West Pakistan. So the West Pakistan, if we say, is presently now Pakistan, and East Pakistan, it's is the Bangladesh what we have. So the Bangladesh was taken from Bengal, and so that is why it's called West Bengal and East Bengal. So not East Bengal, yes. So that is why it's called West Bengal. Still it continues. It's called being West Bengal, and the majority, the biggest city is Kolkata. So let's discuss in brief about the history of West Bengal. So West Bengal is the eastern state of India, which there is a sea which has Bay of Bengal. It is the fourth most populous state because what happened, even Bengali food has been sort of influenced by the local sort of uh, laborers which came from UP, from Bihar, from Odisha. So you have kind of mix evolved Bengali food today what we have. So the neighboring states which are there with Bengal is Odisha, Jharkhand, Sikkim, Assam. So that is there. Then it has international boundaries also. So it has the international boundary with Nepal, with Bangladesh, and Bhutan. So sort of a mixed culture you would find when we experience Bengali cuisine. So that is it. And there are a lot many things which are there. Again, Bengal, if we say it has a rich heritage, it has a rich culture, it has a rich history. Um, One side, if we stay, it is a sort of a country in itself. It has one side, it has a Himalaya, which have Darjeeling, which have Himalayas. You have tea gardens there. Then you have Ganga, which have sea urban space. Then you have Sundarbans, which have coastal areas. Then so in this way, it is a country in itself, a demographic region which is being separated. But mostly you would find uh, Hindu people out there. By demography, if you say how ethnicities are being separated, so you'd find Bengali people settled out more out there, and it has we don't have any subsequent forest area which is there. So we can say we have a hilly region which is Darling, but like Assam, we don't have any sort of forest area which is there, like forest range. But we have Sundarbans, which are again being said as in sort of area which has been sort of decaying forest area is there. So that we can say. Let's talk about history of Bengal. So uh, Bengal, if we say, was has been divided by Hinduism and Buddhism. Asian Bengal, if we say, was a sort of okay. The first uh, sort of, if we say, going to history, the first in Vedic period, the region which been ruled, the first were the Mauryas and Gupts, which were there, because this is a region which was sort of very near to the uh, sea. So it was a major sort of a sea trading route which was there. So it has been developed since that time. Then after that we had Pala Empire, which was there in 18th and 11th century. Then you have Sen Empire, which was there. Then Islam came into, because then through this uh, trading routes, all conquerors came. So the early conquest of Mughals, not Mughals actually, but was by Muhammad bin Khilji. So Khilji was the first person who entered Bengal, because he again wanted to capture the sort of trading route. So he was the first person who came so far as Bengal, and then the entire Bengal region was being the Muslim established their sort of rule out there. So a Bengal Sultanate was till 1358. Then it came into existence till 1358. Then after uh, the Khilji Sultanate, when they finished, the Mughal Empire was there, which was there till 1576. So the majority Mughals, of course, ruled for sort of major part of their regime. So it was there, and then after this, the Europeans came. So first, if we say, uh, some part was with Hindus, some part was with Buyan landlords who were there. Then it was Suri Empire, which came after the Mughals came, Aurangzeb came. So it was the Nawabs who later on ruled Bengal. So you have the Nawabs which are still there, and it was being divided between the different Nawabs. Before even Britishers came, Portuguese or Dutch people came out there, and they had settled out. Though it was being said that they settled out in Goa, but because this was again a major trading route which was there, so they settled out there. But after the Britishers came in, and they sort of had started building the empire after Bahadur, after the accession of everything. So it was only limited to the British Empire. The Nawabs were given a sort of priority which is there, but again, it was the Britishers who ruled. So during the 18th century, if we talk, the Nawab of Bengal was conquered by British East India Company in the famous Battle of Palasi, which was there. So Palasi is somewhere near this uh, Calcutta only, where it served. So and then it came into session, and East Bengal and Assam was a sort of which came into British Empire, British Raj. Then everything was formed, and after, if we say, post independence, West Bengal was separated, Assam was separated, Bengal was separated. So West Bengal economy, agriculture, everything, medium sized enterprise, because the people were living from quite a long time. So this came into existence, And if we talk about sort of history in general, so it dates back. Bengal name came from Bangla or Bango, which means Bengali speaking people which are there.